Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. As you know, I haven't been posting vlogs and I feel finally ready to sit down and chat and let you know what has been going on here in my life. So go grab a cup of coffee, tea, glass of wine, whatever your drink may be, and join me. I want to start by making it clear that I'm speaking from my point of view, from my feelings and my experiences in the last few weeks. I am not here to bash anyone. I do ask for positivity for everyone involved in this. And I do recognize that in order to make a marriage work or break it, it takes two. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I noticed that my partner was acting different. Something was different at home. He was distant. And the day, it was a Saturday, our day went on, business as usual. We did our usual Saturday routine. But throughout the day, I kept, there was just something that wasn't right. So at night, as we were going to bed, I was washing my face and I asked, "Is everything okay?" And there was silence. At this point, we haven't had a fight, we haven't had an argument. Nothing had really changed in our relationship. So I was guessing that it was probably stress and work related. So I continued washing my face and I asked again, "Are you okay?" There was another silence. At this point, I know something's going on. And then I hear like a deep breath and finally I heard. And I wasn't expecting what I heard, to be honest with you. Our relationship had ended and there was nothing I could do about it. And I felt like my life honestly crumbled into tiny little pieces. The feeling was overwhelming. I had pain in my chest. I started feeling anxious and scared, and I had so many questions. And I wanted reasons, valid reasons, because the reasons I was hearing, in my opinion, were not valid reasons to break a 12 years of marriage. The feeling is like when someone passed away. For me, I can compare it to when my dad passed away. A sense of loss. The emotions are overwhelming. You get pressure in your chest and you feel anxious and you feel sad and you feel scared. And you're out of control because you're not in control of the situation, so you feel powerless. I imagine it's extremely difficult to come to a day where you know, and only you know, you will be cutting the cord and that you will be leaving the relationship and that so many people are going to be affected by this decision. I imagine it's extremely difficult living with someone that you don't love anymore. Then you have to tell everyone that you no longer believe in the ability to make one another happy and to make the relationship grow, and that you're gonna go and find happiness somewhere else. And we all deserve to be happy. We only live once, but sometimes we live chasing happiness. We think, on my next promotion, or when I buy my house, or when X happens, I'm gonna feel happy. And then we go on with life chasing happiness and we miss the opportunities that are right in front of us. Telling the kids for me was the hardest part. I was going through so much pain, and in less than 10 hours, the kids were gonna be feeling the pain I was feeling. And I was so emotional that I couldn't even comfort them. I didn't have it in me. I was as emotional as they were, if not even worse. And I wanted to take their pain away. I would have given anything to not put them through that conversation. They lived in this they lived in this happy world, in this happy little bubble where their world was perfect, and all of a sudden that's gone. I've always been a strong woman no matter what life has put in my path, and this is not the hardest thing I've lived through. But the first week I was in shock. I was like a zombie. The second week I was irrational, stressed out of my mind, scared, anxious. And finally on the third week I started seeing things with more clarity. And I recognized that in order for this to happen so sudden, so out of the blue, with no warning, that relationship must have been broken long ago. You know, throughout the years, you stop doing the things that made you fall in love with each other. You have kids, you have financial stress, you have promotions, you have drop-ups, pick-ups at school, clean the house, grocery, a full-time job, family visits, and you start to grow in different directions. You prioritize differently. One huge mistake for us was not communicating openly, not telling one another how we felt, and give each other the opportunity to work on that. You know, we just went on as if nothing was happening, and then writing off things, and finally creating a ticking bomb. I can tell you, I need a moment. I don't want to cry. I can tell you that it's not easy letting go of the men that you admired and that you loved and that you built 14 years of history with. It's not easy to let go of all the memories of the birthdays, holidays, the hard times when you were there for each other, all the time you invested in the relationship. At some point, the sacrifices you made for the relationship, because you both somehow end up giving certain things for one another. You compromise. So it's not easy. It's not easy letting go of someone that has been in your life for so long. You know, the father of your kids. But it's not good use of energy or an effort to try to nitpick what went wrong and what could have been different. I know that in order for me to heal and move on, I need to let go of the negative emotions. I need to learn from it and move on. So I am shifting my focus to what is most important to me, the beauty in front of me right now, my children. I am focused on our well-being and our happiness, on improving our lives, committing to new habits, healthy habits. You know, they say that it takes 30 days to form a habit. Imagine that times 12 years for me and 10 for Casey, 9 for Kaden. So we have to reprogram and create new routines, new traditions, new healthy habits that we need for us to continue moving forward. I am excited to dive into what will be my new exciting life. I am staying active and busy, especially during the difficult times. I am trying to fill the gaps in my time with fulfilling activities. I love people. I love being around people, and I used to feel guilty leaving my family to go hang out with friends or coworkers. And so now I get the opportunity to do that with my kids. I can't wait to do a lot of the things that I've been wanting to do for a long time and that I haven't done, either because our schedules didn't match or because maybe we didn't agree on the activity. So I am really excited about that, trying new things, learning new things, having new experiences, seeing new things. Right now, I am strategizing what my next few moves need to be financially, emotionally, for self-growth, for the well-being of my children, and so on. I want to use my anger and frustration or sadness and turn it into fuel and become stronger for my kids, and hopefully be able to help other people going through this and show them that, hey, it's life, shit happens, and we need to move on. My hope is that people can see this and realize that it's gonna be okay. You know, nothing is permanent in this life, nothing. And we need to stop taking shit for granted, and we need to also understand that whatever it is that you and I are going through, it's gonna pass and it's gonna be okay. We're gonna move on. It just feels horrible at the moment, but it's gonna be okay. The only thing that doesn't have solution is dying, and so thankfully we're still alive, and thankfully we still have time to move on and live our lives, take control, and live our lives on our own terms. For my YouTube channel, filming this video, editing it, and then posting it is my first step to continue on. I enjoy filming, I enjoy editing it. I appreciate the fact that you guys click on my channel and watch my vlogs. That is really meaningful to me. And even though we don't know each other, I feel like we have a connection. I love reading your comments, and I try to read every single one. I may not respond to all of them. I do hit like, but I do read them all. I invite you to join me on my new journey, and please let me know if you have any ideas what my next adventure should be. Where should I go next? What should I do? If you know someone going through this and can relate, what techniques did they use to cope with stress? I also want to take a minute to thank my family and friends for being so supportive. I've had tremendous amount of support. There is so much love out there for me, and I am so blessed. I am so blessed to have everyone, because they had made it so much easier for us in these hard times. I want to again thank you for all your support, for watching this, and I ask for positivity, please, for all of us involved in this. Again, it takes two to make or break a marriage, and I do not want to place all the blame on someone or anyone. I recognize that it's two, it takes two. Just wanted to be open with you and come and share what has been going on so I can continue on with our lives. So I hope you come back and check us out, and thank you so much for watching.
Giving up is hard to do when you still depend on